and we're here on Substack. Thank you for joining me. And I have the pleasure of having the illustrious NEBWMT board recording secretary elect. He's going to tell us all about a few things, and I'll wing it because he's much more knowledgeable about the NA than I am. What are we going to talk about, Paul?
By the way, we still have an opening. You said recording secretary, and we still have an opening for recording secretary. I'm the corresponding secretary elect, which is I was elected to at the convention in Las Vegas that we just finished, and I believe Ken would agree that it was just a fabulous convention. Excellent. All around. We had low turnout, however, the turnout was quality, not quantity. So I'm very glad to be here, and thank you for doing this, Ken.
Not a problem. I love Substack, and our numbers on Substack are growing, but still a long way to go to the 15,000, I believe, on Facebook poll. But we'll get there one day.
Thereabouts.
On Substack, of course, it's a lot easier to do these recordings because they go out to the whole empire and the world once we've done that. Paul just talked about the convention in Las Vegas. We're going to tell you what a convention is. Paul, what is our convention? How would you summarize that in a phrase or so?
Well, the convention is an annual event of the National Association of Black and White Men Together. We have had, we just finished our 45th in 46 years. 1 year, 2020, had to be canceled because of COVID. So we're going to have our 46th annual convention in Baltimore last year. And at these conventions, we gather together and we elect new officers and directors. We have 2 luncheons and a huge climactic banquet at the end on Saturday. And it is, above all, a family reunion. Many of the people are returning from having gone to several or many conventions previous, and seeing each other again, sometimes once a year, seeing some of the people that we see at convention, and really within 5 minutes we're right back to where we left off the previous year or the previous time we were at a convention. And we have,
go ahead,
we have educating workshops, we have speakers at our luncheons and at our banquet. We have an opening reception where we usually have proclamation from the city that we're in. This year we got a proclamation from the mayor of Las Vegas, and we read it at the opening reception on Wednesday. Can't remember the date, but the opening reception, and then we had a general membership meeting, and we had fun things as well, including a getting together at a local pub, if you will. And on Friday, we have our fabulous No Talent talent show. And that's where many of our courageous participants put on costumes of some kind or put on some show. It varies from playing the flute to playing the recorder to reading poetry to drag. It's just a wonderful show.
And this is one of our main fundraiser. So there aren't too many places where you can have a good time and you generate income for our organization. Is that right, Paul?
Exactly. And it's diverse. I mean, we have educational things, we have inspirational things, we have a memorial service where we remember our hundreds and hundreds of past members who've died, many of whom have died of AIDS, and then many of whom have died of other things. And we have a memorial service, so we remember our past and our past members. And we also celebrate ourselves who are there at that convention. And we will repeat it and probably bring it closer to perfection in Baltimore, Maryland next summer.
So we're talking about next year's convention. So this is going to be a complete change from our Las Vegas convention based on the location and the climate and everything else. But we move around the country to make sure that everyone can have a chance to get there if they're local or if they want to come from wherever. So, Paul, the Baltimore one is next year and it's in July. Is it possible for you to bring up how to do that, how to see that, how to do that? And there he is. Way ahead.
This is a map showing the city of Baltimore, and this little red thing, as you know, is where the Lord Baltimore is located, the Lord Baltimore Hotel, which looks to me pretty much downtown, and it's close to the inner harbor there. So it's a very good location. And here's kind of a picture of the hotel. It's an old iconic building, and it's rather large, and it's beautiful. And we got a very good deal there with the hotel giving us lots of concessions such as Wi-Fi and everything else. And we will be there from help me with the dates. It's going to be July 14th through
the 17th, perhaps.
The 14th, which is a Wednesday. Oops, I pushed the wrong button here. And let me go back to stopped. Yeah, the convention will be from July 14th, which is a Wednesday, 15th, 16th, and Saturday will be the climactic banquet, and then many will go home on Sunday. And the weather, one thing about Las Vegas, Ken, I'm sure will agree, was it was really hot.
Yes.
We were there, of course, in August, and it was 3-digit temperatures every day. Of course, we stayed in the hotel most of the time and only brief outings. But we won't have that in Baltimore because even in July in Baltimore, it's pleasant weather.
So you can see we go to different cities. That, as we said before, it's a good idea. We survive tempests and temperature and plague and pestilence, but we're still there. And Paul, how would you join us? How would you get the registration? And can you bring up the main site? This is our main site, nabwmt.org.
And yes, and I have gone to the convention site. You go to nabwmt.org, and then you can push convention 2027, and it'll bring you to this page. And this is our logo here. That's the blue crab.
There you go.
And which I didn't really know. I don't know Baltimore all that well, but apparently the blue crab is kind of famous, Ken, in Baltimore.
Absolutely. You can get it in sandwiches, on toast. It swims all over the place, but that's what they are very proud of in the way they catch and cook them.
And on this page, of course, to give you an idea of what you might find is this is the close to the end of after the banquet, Saturday evening. This picture was taken, this group photo, which includes most of the people that were at the convention, not all, and in a group shot that was on Saturday, August 8th. And that's kind of the last time we're together. And then we'll be similar to this, though a year older, in July. And then as you go down on this page, you can see that the convention rate is $190 from now to the end of August this year. So is a little more time to register at the rate of 190. And then September, it goes up to 200, September 1st to the end of the year, and then 250, and then 300. So if you hurry, and it's easy to pay. You can pay by Zelle. Those of you who have that capability at your bank, it's very easy. We receive Zelle at Wells Fargo Bank, and all you need to know is Zelle to NABWMT is the name, and it's not a cell phone number. It's this email address that you send to, and in the memo put NABWMT Convention 2027. You may also pay with check and mail it to our P.O. Box here in LA where I live, and I pick it up and deposit it in the bank, and you're registered. And another way to pay is you go to this QR code, you go to PayPal, and you can pay at PayPal with your debit card, PayPal, or any of these means. And the price of the hotel is going to be $149 per night, plus taxes, and that's the convention rate. So we will have a link to reserve up soon, but you can register now. And we strongly encourage you to register, and register early is all the better, and you won't regret it. That's for sure.
Very good, Paul. So there you have it. You've got the next year's. We talked about the last year's conventions. And one other thing we'd like to discuss, and this is important for our status of a nonprofit organization, which means you can, to a certain extent, when you donate, you can get this tax deduction, should your accountant allow you to do that, of course. So we want to talk about one of the factors that we're proud of and have been proud for many years is our political action and our ability to use our statement of purpose to satisfy our 501c3 organization. So while I'm talking, Paul, if you could bring up the main site, which is nabwmt.org. And on that site, we're beginning to develop, because of the upcoming midterm elections, we are beginning to outreach to what's necessary to provide people with an education on the midterms. We're nonpartisan, of course, and what we'll do is provide you with get out the vote information. So critical in this really difficult time where we're impinged with a lot of terrible things that are going on in our country. So we're back on the front page, and what we'll do is scroll down that one, Paul, if you would, and you can see that you can see my merry face once again. I'm sorry that on Substack you're seeing my face, but it's nice to have another face come on with us, and what a bonny face it is.
A familiar face. It's great.
It's a familiar face, and if you want to subscribe to what we're talking about going forward for the conventions, for the organization, or more popular right now are getting out the vote. So you can see that will be a series of events where we talk about it. And down below, if you can scroll a little bit more, if you want some background on where we've gone in order to show that we're talking about our values. We're against homophobia and racism and many of the things that come through Substack under my name and that of the organization. Example, inflation news, homophobia in men's football, other items where we are educating people to the necessary existential problems and challenges in our life. So there we are. We've talked about how we met. I just told you about how we educate. We provide scholarships And of course, we always tell people who are associated with our organization, we have safe places for you.
And again, our this website, if you look up here in the line, it's very simple to get all this by just going to nabwmt.org, and you will arrive at all this valuable information.
We do hope you've enjoyed this this little information about our organization, and I thank Paul particularly, who's had an incredible fun and contact and performance, I might say, with the organization. So if you want to contact us, our email address is what, Paul?
nabwmt@nabwmt.org. And of course, that is an acronym. Hard to remember those letters, but it stands for National Association of Black and White Men Together. And please join us, email us, get involved.
Very good. Thanks a lot, Paul. This is Ken Barron, and this, of course, is
Paul Cloutier, and thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.